Hey guys, it's Craig. Amazon recently enabled a feature in the app called Sidewalk. They didn't tell anybody they were turning it on by default. Why is that? It sounds cool. I can see it being useful, but sharing part of your internet? What about privacy? Let's take a look. In this video, we're going to talk about what Sidewalk is, its potential benefits, possible concerns, and if you should leave it on and use it. It sounds like there's some great benefits to Sidewalk, but there's the sharing side of Sidewalk and whether you want to turn that on, because that requires connecting your devices to other Sidewalk devices that belong to other people and sharing a small portion of your internet to be able to keep those devices connected. In this video, I'm not going to go crazy with specs. This is meant for anyone to walk away with the basic understanding of what the Sidewalk feature is. Check out the description. I'll make sure to put links to all these Sidewalk enabled devices that you still can get, because Sidewalk works with a lot of older ones too. Now let's start with what Sidewalk is. Amazon started speaking about Sidewalk in 2019, and in 2020 they released new Echo devices that are Sidewalk enabled, and we're moving towards that feature fully being enabled. Amazon Sidewalk is a shared network that helps devices work better. Operated by Amazon at no charge to customers, Sidewalk can help simplify new device setup, extend the low bandwidth working range of devices, and help devices stay online even if they are outside the range of their home Wi-Fi. In the future, Sidewalk will support a range of experiences from using Sidewalk-enabled devices to help find pets or valuables, to smart security and lighting, to diagnostics for appliances and tools. Now, in that is a lot of great information, and the connecting devices sounds great. Sidewalk, in its simplest terms, is basically another kind of Wi-Fi network, but it can reach further than traditional Wi-Fi networks that you would use in your house. Sidewalk uses Bluetooth, the 900 megahertz frequency that can travel further than 2.4 gigahertz that you find on Wi-Fi that you would use in your house. And they're using other frequencies that help them get that longer range. This longer range is meant to connect other Sidewalk devices, such as smart lights, cameras, motion sensors, things that are further away from your current router. These devices can take advantage of Sidewalk to communicate using that lower band frequency and to reach those devices that may drop off your Wi-Fi at times. Sidewalk can also help you with reconnecting without Wi-Fi to Echoes that lose connection to your router. A disconnected Echo basically gets support from other Sidewalk-enabled devices. With some Ring doorbells, you can still get motion alerts and connect with customer service without a Wi-Fi connection. It's taking advantage of those other Sidewalk devices. Now, this is not a network you can surf the net or replace your cellular data. It is strictly for Amazon-approved Sidewalk devices. All that connecting stuff sounds great, and this is what I like about Sidewalk and can see myself using. So let's talk about those benefits. Let's say you have a Ring doorbell and it's slow to load because the Wi-Fi strength isn't that great. Some of you know what I'm talking about, that by the time you actually connect to the doorbell, the person's gone. If it had a strong connection using something like Sidewalk, you might see the person show up at the door. Another use could be for outside lighting around your house, or other smart devices you use outside of the house where traditional Wi-Fi signal wouldn't be great. In order to use Sidewalk, you will need a Sidewalk hub to communicate to other Sidewalk devices. That hub is pretty much all the new Amazon devices. Here are the Amazon devices that can be used with Sidewalk as a bridge. If you look through this list, it is surprising that the Echo Show first generation can serve as a Sidewalk bridge. I had no idea. It's kind of crazy that this stuff works with some of the older Echoes. Really surprising to me. I mentioned earlier that Sidewalk was turned on by default. To see the Sidewalk settings, go into the Alexa app, click More, Settings, Account Settings, and then click on Sidewalk. Here you'll see Sidewalk is enabled. It's also showing coming soon to get people ready. If you click on Community Finding, you can see a brief description of what it does, along with the button to turn it on or off. For now, I'm leaving that part off and then leaving the rest of Sidewalk on. I have multiple supported Echoes and Ring devices that looks like can take advantage of Sidewalk. Now let's talk about the second part of Sidewalk, the sharing side. Sidewalk devices can be connected to other people's Sidewalk devices and basically create a big network of all the Sidewalk devices that are connected. Amazon says this about the sharing side. Customers with the Sidewalk Bridge today, many Echo devices, Ring floodlight cams, and Ring spotlight cams can contribute a small portion of their internet bandwidth, which is pulled together to create a shared network that benefits all Sidewalk-enabled devices in a community. Now, by sharing the connection across other users, you increase that range. The more people that enable the sharing, the better the coverage. If enough people did it, you could have a whole connected neighborhood. Now, what would be the benefits of this? Amazon says you could locate missing items or pets that have a Sidewalk sharing device on them. Now, to be part of this Sidewalk network, you have to share your internet connection. A small amount of other Sidewalk user traffic will run through your home's internet. This is what Amazon says about how much of your network is used. The maximum benefit of a Sidewalk bridge to the Sidewalk server is 80 kilobytes, which is about 1/40th of the bandwidth used to stream a typical high-definition video. Today, when you share your bridge's connection with Sidewalk, total monthly data used by Sidewalk per account is capped at 500 megabytes, which is equivalent to streaming about 10 minutes of high-definition video. I think creating a large neighborhood or city network is a great idea. I want it in the Wi-Fi internet sense of things. But if it's only to speak to low-powered Sidewalk devices, I'm not sure I want to share my network to create this Sidewalk network. Is there really a need there? Please, let me know where you see the need for this beyond Amazon's reason of locating pets or valuables that have a Sidewalk tag. There have been options that people have been happy with that don't involve sharing a portion of your network. For iPhone users, you have Find My Phone. I would think that Android has something like that too. There's also third-party trackers that you could put into your wallet or purse. Sure, somebody's got a dog one at this point. I've never purchased a tracker, but I've used the Find My Phone feature before, and I found my phone. This is also new and untested. I'm not worried about the privacy side of this, but Amazon had some controversy with firing Ring employees who were accessing things they shouldn't. It is good. Amazon does say that only devices authorized by Amazon are able to connect to Amazon Sidewalk. That's good they have their hands on which companies can actually be a part of this with their devices. If you do share your network, you will not be able to see the information from or about the other person's device. It will not show the location of your house, just a general location to give a rough idea of where it's at. Now, when Amazon enabled the new feature, they turned it on by default for users with Sidewalk devices. The skeptic in me always wonders why you defaulted me into something. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, it's just I wonder because I didn't turn it on. But for me, it's a risk and reward thing. At this time, I don't think the reasons are compelling enough to turn on the neighborhood sharing. Now, the personal Sidewalk home options sound great. I love the idea of putting devices further away, sensors in mailbox, some outdoor lighting that doesn't lose connections. I think it'd be great to not have lags that we see with weak connections from devices that are too far away from Wi-Fi networks. If you're not familiar with my channel, I am a huge fan of mesh Wi-Fi networks, so you can just blanket your house with internet coverage. It helps a lot for these devices that are too far away from a single router. I put some Wi-Fi mesh options in the description so you can check those out if you want to learn more about them. I do appreciate Amazon exploring more options to connect what is going to be an even more connected world. Apple's also doing that, and they're improving their network between devices using Thread, which I'll cover in another video. What are your thoughts on Sidewalk? Do you plan to share your network? Next, make sure to check out this video over here for some great information. I'm not just saying it because I made the video. It's actually pretty good. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.